From the shadowlands they creep to see, pulled by the pulse where none should be. Figures twisting silent as night, vanishing each in the blink of sight. They gather close yet never stay, a fleeting dance then swept away. The void extends but never tires, a silent call feeds quiet fires. The face it watches still as stone, a hollow gaze yet not alone. The cycle spins without an end. What begins will break, then start again. A timeless rhythm guides their pace, unseen hands through empty space. The form dissolves, the essence stays. Eternal strangers lost in the haze. The pull too strong, they can't resist. They draw near fate into the mist. Yet more will come and tread this weave. An endless fate both take and leave. The face it watches still as stone, a hollow gaze yet not alone. The cycle spins without an end. What begins will break, then start again.
In the void where shadows play, figures rise and drift away to the pulse that draws them near, a rhythm bound by silent fear. Gather close at the pulsing core, but too many here, they're seen no more. Vanished into the quiet stream, yet more appear as if a dream. The face watches, unblinking sight, in the endless turn of day to night. A silent force, it pulls and spins. The cycle starts where it begins. They weave through The face watches, unblinking sight, in the endless turn of day to night. A silent force, it pulls and spins. The cycle starts where it begins. The cycle starts where it begins.
Beings rise from the silent black, pull to the heart they can't turn back. They gather close in a fleeting dance and vanish deep in a timeless trance. Drawn to the call, they can't escape. Each one fades, the endless shape. A force unseen whispers through, guiding shadows to what is true. The cycle turns, it never dies. A secret thread through empty skies. The face observes, its knowing gaze keeps the flow in endless phase.
Shadows crawl from the void untold, an endless dance of the brave and bold. Each step they take fades into the mist. Whispers sound like a fleeting twist. Pull to the pulse at the heart of it all. They fly, they fade, they heed the call. A silence speaks in a voice so loud, guided unseen through the shifting crowd. The face, it watches the endless play. They come, they vanish, they're swept away. The rhythm repeats where the stars align. The cycle spins beyond space and time. No chains, no ties, just a pull so strong. A pathless tread where they all belong. Born from the void, a flash of desire, drawn to the core like moths to fire. A force unspoken, no words describe. A force divides, yet bids them collide. Beings rise as the echoes swell, drawn to the center, a secret to tell. The face, it watches the endless play. They come, they vanish, they're swept away. The rhythm repeats where the stars align. The cycle spins beyond space and time. The cycle spins beyond space and time.
Out of the void, they gently rise. Shapes in the dark where truth lies. Silent whispers pull them near. The face unmoving, cold and clear.
They're drawn in waves to the pulsing light. Vanishing shadows gone from sight. More replace them in the endless flow. The cycle turns where none can know.
speaks no word, it knows it all.
The world collapses and breathes anew. Each thread unravels in cosmic hue. A fleeting dance in a current unseen. Fate unmasks the machine. They're drawn in waves to the pulsing light. Vanishing shadows gone from sight. Always placing in the endless flow. The cycle turns where none can know. Beings rise but soon dissolve. Endless riddles we can't resolve. The face will watch through dawn's embrace. A silent keeper of this place.
From the void they start to rise. Shadows dance where silence lies. Drawn to the pulse that burns so bright. Lost in the endless aching night. They come, they go, they vanish thin. The spiral turns, it pulls them in. A force unseen, the cosmic thread. The face, it watches
Beings rise from the depths unknown, chasing whispers they're not alone. To the pulsing heart they yearn to go, a silent pull, the only flow. They vanish here, they drift away, yet others come to meet the sway. The face observes, it sees us all, the endless dance, the endless call. Shapes dissolve as the void consume in hollow shadow. Time's pine fume, the music unheard pulls them near. Unseen rhythm, the truth unclear. Endless threads of fate unspun. The watchers gaze when all is done. Repeat, renew, renew. The patterns cling, a cycle bound by an unseen string. They vanish here, they drift away, yet others come to meet the sway. The face observes, it sees us all, the endless dance, the endless call. 1,000 more will soon descend, drawn to where the light extends. Their purpose lost, they go unheard. The face remains, it speaks no word heard.
Shapes arise from the void so stark, woven whispers in the endless dark, pulled to the pulse where the silence stays, flicker then vanish like shadows in haze. An unseen hand holds their restless tide, a force that beckons yet dares to hide. They swirl and dance to an ancient drum. One fades away as another will come. The face it watches, it never blinks, a well of silence where reason sinks. Around they gather, then fall apart. The cycle churns like a beating heart. Pathways glisten in the hollow deep, the cosmic current, a secret to keep. Eyes unseeing yet moving still, guided by something beyond their will. Who calls them closer? Who reflection of all that meets and died. Shapes that rise from empty night, drifting close to phantom light. Their dance a pull they can't ignore. They fade, then rise forevermore. The face it watches in the haze, silent eyes cut through the maze. Cycles turning never cease, elusive truths refuse release. A pull that hums but makes no sound. They spiral where the force is bound. Each one absorbed yet not alone. The void gives birth yet takes its own. Is it chaos? Is it will? What guides the flow that won't stand still? A hollow hum, the unseen hand, the silent laws we'll never understand. The face it watches in the haze, silent eyes cut through the maze. Cycles turning never cease, elusive truths refuse release. From absence, something always stirs, a host of beings it transfers to new beginnings born once more. Their fleeting footsteps mark the floor. The face it watches in the haze, silent eyes cut through the maze. Cycles turning never cease,
From the void they rise unseen, a silent dance in the in-between. Pull toward the center song, a rhythm endless, deep and strong. 1,000 forms now take the stage, vanished promptly when they engage. Yet the flow its heart. In this dance none falter why. The rules engraved in shadowed sky. Each arrival fuels the flame. Each departure feeds the game. The faith watches in the shroud. Unspoken whispers weaving loud, guiding all with unseen hand. To converge, dissolve, obey, command.
From the void they rise and drift so near. Shapes elusive, yet strangely clear. Silent whispers pull them to the glow. Through the endless dark they come and go. A pulsing rhythm, the center hums. They heed the call, where it emanates from. Each step closer. Shapes emerge in a restless space. They seek the pulse, a glowing heart. From the void, drawn to their part. Endless steps to the silent call. They rise, they vanish, yet still they fall. A force unseen but strong and true, guiding shadows the night imbues. Crowds will gather, then fade again. Each arrival an unknown chain. The pulsed in a timeless thread to the center where echoes are fed. And endless steps to the silent call. They rise, they vanish, yet still they fall. A force unseen but strong and true, guiding shadows the night imbues. The face that watches with hollow eyes, a burning rhythm beneath the skies. No words are spoken, no voice is heard, yet its intent sings without a word. Endless steps to the sun.